Atlanta woman attacked by a fake flower delivery man.
The suspect caught on camera walking up to her home with a large bouquet. The victim says he tased her with her 2 kids inside the home.
And tonight she says her attacker still on the loose. CBS 46's Tori Cooper spoke exclusively to the victim about the terrifying encounter. Good evening, Tori.
Good evening, Alan. Sabrina says that this camera you see above her garage caught someone pulling up here for more than 16 days straight. She says during the course of that time, the individual in that car was able to study her whereabouts and therefore develop a very sophisticated plot to get inside her house. It's a knock at the door. Sabrina says she will never forget.
I'm terrified right now just because I'm a single mom. I don't live with a man. So now it's like I'm calling my older boy because like, hey, you want to live with me? Like
a single woman. Now you need a man, huh? What a fucking... Anyway, Shalom. First thing and foremost, I'm going to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Bashemi, Hawashai, Bashemar, Kakwadash. Double honors into the elders, the apostles, the great millstone, blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. Real quick, man. We got the indestructible Eve. Easy Eve, that was tasered in our own house by Edomite. It says black woman attacked and tased in her home by Edomite pretending to be a flower delivery man. Now the average person will ask, what was the cause of this? Why did that happen to specifically you? Was it just a random attack, or was it something that you provoked, or was it some shit you were talking, or you got something, because, and we gonna get into it, okay, briefly. Not going to be too long-winded on this. But basically, this shows you our women, the proud, the attitude they have. But now she's crying out for help. I asked my male cousin, can he come stay with me? Well, why didn't you ask a man that you were with, or a so-called man? Why didn't you perceive the men that you were intimate with? Okay? Because the reality of it is you ain't got one. Or why didn't you just choose one from the roster that you have lined up? Because you can look at her, and they say you can't judge a book by its cover. But hey, the scriptures say you can tell a man by his countenance. You know that this woman has several men on standby at her leisure, at her choosing. And it's a reason why I say that. And we're going to get into all that. But the reality of it is, man, I just found it interesting that this happened randomly to you. But we're going to listen to the voice clips. And you women, man, you getting ready to catch all types of hell. Okay, you get ready to get knocked off that high horse that you falsely been put upon. Okay, and this is just this ain't even a cream of the crop. This is just something small to a giant that's getting ready to manifest itself. Because believe it or not, a lot of men are fed up with you women. Okay, a lot of you are on OnlyFans. A lot of you are ripping men off. You're stealing from them. You're robbing men. You're playing with their emotions and shit. And it's just a matter of time before the Lord allow these people to get at you. Okay, ultimately, you women, you come in the spirit that of Jezebel. And we know the history of what happened to Jezebel. Okay, when she came up against the men of the Lord. But anyway, I'm going to play this video, and we're going to get into a couple of precepts, and we'll leave it at that. So here we go.
I'm scared for my life. Like,
Sabrina did not want to show her face out of fear that this man in a white shirt seen getting
She
out.
didn't want to show her face because she's ashamed. Because that pride. Because she's probably one of them loudmouth women that says, well, I don't need a man, can't no man do shit for me. I can handle my own. But why are you afraid then? You independent. You shouldn't be afraid, But
A white van with a bouquet of roses may recognize her in this interview.
and I'm not a stupid female. I don't just let random people in my house. That seemed like a real home delivery guy. He at least paid like $300 for those flowers.
Sabrina says when she answered her door, the man asked if he could come in to set the flowers down.
He set them down. When he turned around, he pointed something at me. It looked just like a gun.
But wait a minute. Okay, wait. Did you ask where were the flowers from? Who sent them? Or just because your gold digger radar saw these are some expensive flowers? You know what I'm saying? Let me go ahead and accept it anyway. You talking about you're not a stupid female. You don't let people in. You let him in the house. Who the fuck just deliver a bouquet of roses to somebody's house without a sender? Now, you can send them unanimously. You can do that. But come on, man. I mean, this ain't that day and age, man. Jake, they're not playing the hide and seek game no more. If a man wants you, he's gonna flat out and come and tell you. It's not that hard. I mean, we in the age of social media now, so it's not hard to determine who sent the flowers unless you have that many men on a roster. Okay, and this is why this is probably happening to you. But anyway, maybe I've missed something. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna rewind the video and let it play through without commentating on it. Then we gonna put it together. But Salakia.
New at 6, an Atlanta woman attacked by a fake flower delivery man.
The suspect caught on camera walking up to her home with a large bouquet. The victim says he tased her with her 2 kids inside the home.
And tonight she says her attacker still on the loose. CBS 46's Tori Cooper spoke exclusively to the victim about the terrifying encounter. Good evening, Tori.
Good evening, Alan. Sabrina says that this camera you see above her garage caught someone pulling up here for more than 16 days straight. She says during the course of that time, the individual in that car was able to study her whereabouts and therefore develop a very sophisticated plot to get inside her house. It's a knock at the door. Sabrina says she will never forget.
I'm terrified right now just because, I'm a single mom. I don't live with a man. So now it's like I'm calling my older boy because hey, you want to live with me? I'm scared for my life.
Sabrina did not want to show her face out of fear that this man in a white shirt seen getting out of a white van with a bouquet of roses may recognize her in this interview.
And I'm not a stupid female. I don't just let random people in my house that seemed like a real home delivery guy. He at least paid $300 for those flowers.
Sabrina says when she answered her door, the man asked if he could come in to set the flowers down.
He set them down. When he turned around, he pointed something at me. It looked just like a gun, and I was getting tased probably for 10 seconds.
She managed to remove the taser from her stomach, run upstairs to get her gun and her 2 sons, ages 5 and 10. She called 911, but the man already took off.
I never stepped foot back into that house when I left.
Sabrina then took another look at her surveillance cameras and noticed different cars pulling up to her house at different hours to survey the area. Her camera also caught this man in a mask, dressed as an exterminator at the door just days earlier.
He was there looking. He was sizing up the cameras.
Sabrina hired a private investigator, Sergeant Jay Graham, who says he checked every flower shop in the area, but couldn't tie the bouquet in question back to one location. But he did discover that this man was not looking for wasps, but rather looking at the cameras outside.
I hope somebody got some information and find them.
Now, Sabrina says the man was not wearing any gloves, and therefore she believes his fingerprints are likely still on that vase of flowers. Now, I reached out to the Atlanta Police Department to find out if they ever took any fingerprints, and they did not get back to us as of news time. Meanwhile, Sabrina says she's just hopeful that they can track this man down before he hurts anyone else. Live in Buckhead, I'm Tori Cooper, CBS 46 News.
Oh, something's fishy about that, because for one thing, why they target your house? Either there's something in there they won't, or I guess this is like some type of development. I don't think it's a particular house, because usually if they want to get Jake out of there, they'll send people around to harass you. They'll try to buy you out of your property too. But my thing is, are you on a run from somebody? Because I was reading this caption here, and she said she lived there for 3 months, I think. So are you on a run from somebody? Why you have all those cameras on your property? Which is nothing wrong with that. I mean, by you being a single woman. But usually women aren't that careful to cover their tracks like that unless somebody's out to harm them. So the question is, who are you running from and what did you do? Or it's something. Somebody must got a hit out on you or something, because I mean that shit, it happens. Women get stalked, but usually is for a cause. And she says she's a single woman of 2 kids. My guess, and where's the father? Probably dead, in jail, or he's probably with another woman. I don't know, because he could still be actively in the kid's life. Who knows? But usually situations like this is more than what they telling. So she said, I lived in ATL for over 3 months. And that's the problem. You niggas are always running down to Atlanta like that's going to save you. That's the worst place you can be in America is Atlanta. I mean, that's straight up HIV capital, man. It says a man delivered me flowers in a white van, brought the flowers up to the stairs, rang the doorbell, and asked, was my name Sabrina? She said, yes. Okay. Case in point, You don't never disclose who the hell you are. Okay, you ask the people how did they get your information first. You never just pick up the phone and say this is her or he. No, it says I said yes. Then he asked, can he bring the flowers in? They are really heavy. She said yes. Okay, so she said, oh, this is a $300 assessment. The fact that they looked expensive, that caused you to let your guard down. So now you let somebody in your house and they possibly harmed you. You didn't ask what, where, and how, who did it. People just don't deliver random flowers to people's house. You know, somebody had to send it. In this case, somebody was watching you. You know, like I said, man, what was the cause? Was it adultery? Are you stealing from somebody? Are you illegal? Are you prostituting? You know, because usually women like this that's single, they have a lot of options. And I'm going to show you why I said that in a minute. And it says, he entered and laid the flowers on the kitchen counter, turned around and looked like he had a gun in his hand. And I jumped back and said, what the fuck are you doing? He began to tase me with the police taser for about 10 seconds. And I somehow pulled the cords out and I ran upstairs to get a gun. And he walked out of the house in his van and left like nothing happened. So the thing of it is, he just tased you for no reason. You know, and like we've been saying lately, the black woman has been very indestructible. I've seen a black woman get knocked out, get back up. I've seen a black woman get fucking hit by a van or a truck into a fucking store and got up and beat the person up that ran it. I've seen a black woman fly out a damn window ass first on a car. Like, this woman has the spiritual powers on the left-hand side. Like, there's no amount of damage you can do to them that they can't withstand it, man. Like, I could throw a 22-inch tire at her eyes and she'll still fucking survive it, man. Average person to be out. So she had to have some special demons on her. Because ain't nobody pulling no taser off their stomach like that. This woman she's amazing on the left-hand side, man. She's really like a super villain. And it says that she couldn't find our keys, so she got our 2 kids up and ran down the street for about 2 or 3 minutes for help. And it took the police 30 minutes to come. She was panicking the whole time because she was bleeding from her stomach due to the needles being pulled out. And when she finally got home thinking I was going to show the police my home camera, and everything was deleted from the camera, from the doorbell camera and inside the home. Wow. So, I don't know. That's fishy right there. Who was able to hack your system? Could have been cops. I don't know. Maybe somebody don't want you living there. Because I know a brother, man, that was making mention. He said one time these cops ran up on his property, but his camera didn't pick up on the feed. And when he tried to look at the feed, it was no way he can pull it up. So somehow they jammed the signal. All right, but we didn't tell you that you women, man, you coming into some hard times, man, because somebody really wanted to harm you. It says, as you see in the other video, somebody was watching me for about 8 days before they made a move on me. So ladies, be careful and watch your surroundings. This can happen to you. Stop saying what you would do or asking people what happened to me. Mind your fucking business. I don't trust a soul. See, and that's your fucking problem right there, that attitude. You would think that something is terrifying like this would have humbled you down and humbled your spirit. But you talking big shit. You remember, you were just afraid. Remember, you just ran down the street for 2 or 3 minutes. You're terrified. Okay, you let a guy in your house. This is what happens when you women don't allow men to take control of your lives and guide you. You do dumb shit like that. Okay, and honestly, I don't even feel bad for her. I'm actually praising Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, because you know what? She ain't righteous anyway. Check this out. So this is her IG page, right? This shit'll hurry up and load, man. All right, so let's check out this woman. See what's up with her. Okay, so this is her IG page. Her name is Sabrina Wynn. Oh, okay. So let's check out Miss Lady right here. See what you talking about. Okay, she got 2 kids. Whoever this is in a hoodie. Okay, look at her. Look at her butt. Look at her. Look at her. Promiscuous. Doesn't surprise me, right? Doesn't surprise me at all. Look at this. Showing her body. Dior Essentials. Selling robes, not sex. But this shit look good. You know, right. Most women like this, they got OnlyFans and shit. They be selling, you know, they be selling themselves. Especially, you know, she's a single woman. 2 kids. I doubt if she's doing anything productive. Can't really. Hold up, I can't. Man, fuck, man. Hold up, give me 1 second, man. Shit. Okay. back. Yeah, I hate these damn apps, man. Shit is stupid. So let me try to pull it up again. And we're going to get into the precepts here. I'm just curious as to what went down. You know, I'm just seeing what type of character she's putting herself out there to be, and understand why she has problems with the Most High. Okay? Ultimately, the Most High have a problem with you. Okay, so yeah. Promiscuous photos, you know, tight pants and shit like that. You're promoting a single life. It doesn't surprise me. You're proud. You're talking shit. You know what I'm saying? Look at what you have on, man. That's for your man to see. That's not for nobody. I shouldn't be able to look at you and think something of you, man. You know? You're supposed to have a man. And that's the reason you think that being single, that shit ain't going to pay off. That's going to work against you. Okay, so let's check her out. Little home buddies. Let's see what this is. Ass shots, of course. Booty shots. Exactly. Guy and a broad. Like I thought. Anyway, enough of that. So let's get right to the precepts here. This is the book of Isaiah 32. And I'm going to start at verses 9. It says, Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters, and give ear unto my speech. Okay? The Most High is speaking through the prophets. Okay? Give heed. Okay? Repent. Come back into the law, statutes, and commandments. Call on the name of the Lord. Okay? Find you a man, a righteous man in the truth that's teaching the right doctrine. But that's too much like right for majority of you. You still got women in this truth that want to play the single game, you know, because they want to pick and choose what men they want. Look, I'm going to tell you like this. You sisters out there, you're not picking what man you want in this truth, man. They going to pick you. Okay, so get your mind off that. Well, I'm going to pick this person. Nah, you ain't picking a goddamn thing. The Most High going to set you up or who you need to be set up. That's if you even get a man. Okay, because I'm going to just straight up tell you, a lot of you women in this truth, man, a lot of you going to be destroyed because a lot of you ain't right anyway. That's been on my spirit for a long time, man. A lot of you women, you ain't fucking right. You know what I'm saying? You can't straddle the fence between worldliness and trying to be spiritual. You either going to be in the world or you going to be in this truth, man. Like you APTTMH bitches, man. You women are worldly as hell. You don't cover your heads. You say AP. What the hell is that? APTTMH. I guess that means all praises to the Most High. Just come out and say the damn all praises to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Don't get on my fucking comment board with no APTTMH bullshit, man. Keep that shit to yourself, man. That's that generic ass fucking, that's that generic shit. We don't deal with that. And a lot of you are worldly anyway. A lot of you got men at home. You talking on brothers' comment boards. If you got a man, you know what I'm saying? Then, hey, you need to just play the back role. Should nobody even know you exist. Straight up, man. And that for whoever the shoe applies. If you ain't right, then, hey, don't even say nothing. You know, because we've been dealing with that rebellious spirit for the last couple of weeks, man. Women posting scriptures and scoffing. Honestly, to be honest with you, the apostles was nice. If it was up to me, I'll just say, don't say shit. Don't shalom me or don't say nothing. Because that shalom, that opens up doors for more conversation, man. You can secretly praise us, you know. But hey, it ain't my call, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I can dictate who comment on my page or not. And, you know, it is what it is. It's not throwing shade on you rights that's trying to be right. But it's a lot of phonies out there. So we got to dissect between the ones that ain't right and the ones that's trying to be right. So there's the distinction. All right. But it says, and you read it in the NIV versions, it says, you women who are so complacent, rise up and listen to me. You daughters who feel secure. Hear what I have to say, right? You feeling secure off the intricacies of Babylon the Great. It says, many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women. Okay, she was, well, I guess she in her mind, she thought she wasn't careless because she had surveillance cameras. But you're still being careless by your lifestyle, just off your pictures. And they say, well, don't judge a book by it. Come on, man. It's typical. You know what I mean? Some people play double agent. Like you got brothers and stuff like that. You would never know they're in the truth. But overall, man, those are righteous men. You ain't serving the Most High. They are. That's the difference. But it says, ye careless women, for the vengeance shall fail and the gathering shall not come. All right. Going over, it says, in little more than a year, you who feel secure will tremble. The grape harvest will fail and the harvest of fruit will not come. Meaning your teach, your jobs, your unemployment, your social security, whatever you get, child support. You know what I'm saying? Because women, man, that got babies right now, they got kids under 12. Matter of fact, under 17 years old, Biden is feeding them good. I'm thinking they getting like up to $3,200 some dollars a month. So all you baby mamas out there, man, this is your time to shine. You ain't even got to work a job no more. Biden is paying you to stay at home. It says, tremble ye women that are at ease, be troubled ye careless ones, strip you and make you bare, and gird up sackcloth upon your loins. It says, tremble you complacent women, shudder you daughters who feel secure. Strip off your fine clothes and wrap yourselves in rags, meaning sackcloth. It says, they shall lament for the teats and unpleasant fields, for the fruit of the vine. Okay, and it says, and beat your breasts for the pleasant fields, for the fruits of the vines. Meaning they're going to lament, meaning they're going to cry. It says, upon the land of my people should come upon thorns and briars, and yea, upon all thy houses of joy and the joyous city. And it says, and for the land of my people, a land overgrown with thorns and briars, yes, mourn for all the houses of merriment, and for this city of revelry. Salakia, man. So, yeah, man, you women, man, you're in for a lot of trouble, man. This is just the tip. This is not even the tip of the spear. This is just basically the beginning before the storm. You know, because whoever was targeting this young lady, man, they must have something against her. She must have done something. I don't just see this shit happening to people that's keeping their head down. Okay, and even if you ain't do nothing to offend nobody personally, guess what? You offended Yahweh Shemi Hawashai, whatever you did. And that's enough right there to be said. But anyway, with that, shalom and a barbara ball.